There are news about 7 Deadly Sins Origin. The devs have been listening, and the patch notes for the patch that is coming tomorrow have arrived, so let's take a look at it. Let's start with the thing most people were worried about, which is how the game has been stagnant and stale for a bit, and finally we have confirmation that it has reached the dev ears. Daniel Gklef, or I'm sorry if I mispronounced it, has come forward to say that, for those wondering, Origin team is aware of community opinion posts on X, Reddit, YouTube, etc. and are documented, sent to the devs, personally asked and checked, spent time over the weekend to make sure the temperature was transferred. This means that the countless people that we've seen complain, me included, in the past days have finally been heard, and this is good for the future of the game because, honestly, the game was very stale and hopefully this will bring some changes. And some of those changes have been already implemented with the patch coming out tomorrow, or maybe today if you're watching this video today. The first thing that we're gonna have is a new event, Echoes of Arts, and this has been leaked. We will get 2 new weapons with this, but now we have the definite confirmation of what the event will be. We will have the event starting on May 21st until June 4th, and you can obtain goodbye solo tokens, which is similar to what you did with Escanor when we could have obtained the Escanor coins to exchange them on the shop for rewards. This will be the same, you can exchange them for rewards in the event exchange shop. With this event we will also have a temporary dungeon called Temple of Love, which will feature normal, hard, nightmare and hell difficulties, so no abyss. This dungeon rewards will be opened with keys from the event, not your normal cube keys. I'm sorry if you have a mountain of bags piled up like I do, we will not be able to use them. The rewards here will be claimed with key to the art, and you will be sent 20 keys to the art per day to your mailbox. They are also introducing the leaderboards to the dungeons and bosses, and with that we will have a ranking mission to the top. I'm not sure if the leaderboard and ranking missions will be interlinked in some kind of way, if you will need to place in a high position or not, because at the start they did say that the leaderboard will only give cosmetics, so something for people to flex on, and I sure hope they keep it that way because otherwise it will just benefit whales massively. However, here we have the ranking mission to the top, which will basically be celebrating the leaderboard pre-season, and you will earn Battlefield Ruler tokens. These Battlefield Ruler tokens will be able to be exchanged for rewards such as the Brilliant Engraving Seal, the Engraver's Fabric Scissors, which a lot of people by now know that it's completely troll to use those, the Remnants of the Rift, which you can reroll your stats on the engravings, and Star Fragments, which honestly this part is super good because we have been complaining for a while that Star Fragments have not been enough for free-to-play players, so here is something. Maybe there's not a lot, but it's better than nothing. And then finally we have the leaderboard pre-season opening. As we can see, it will be leaderboards for boss challenges, dungeons and Timespace Junction. Keep in mind that these leaderboards will be purely for solo, so if you do the dungeons or whatever in a party, it will not count towards the leaderboard. We will also get the floors 3 and 4 of Timespace Junction, and one will be unlocked on May 21st and the other will be 7 days later, so May 27th. And they also added new craftables, so now you can craft the pets from the bosses. So for example, the pet spider or the baby banacro that you could get by defeating the spider or the banacro repeatedly until it dropped, you can now craft them. I'm not too sure about this one since I think it was kind of something it was good to grind for, but I guess it's just because people complained since they had everything else and they couldn't have these pets. You can now also craft the items to give Hawk to transform, and we have a whole new set of Breath of Glory weapons to craft. We can also finally craft Gallant's accessories. Since it was a quite good set, it's good to craft it. And we will get 1 new capturable pet as well. If you were struggling with dungeons and you don't have a party to do it with, then this new party matchmaking system is for you as well, as they will add something that will allow you to matchmake with random people throughout the server to actually do the dungeons and the bosses. If you're playing on mobile, they also added a battle support mode to help you better fight on mobile, since a lot of people complain that it's too hard due to too many controls. Finally, one of the best improvements they made is the Elite and Field Boss respawn times, which, I'll be honest, it doesn't really matter because people just log out and log in, but still it's good because I mean, it's less work for you. If you're someone who likes to chat a lot, then Region Chat was unlocked and auto-translation feature was added, so now you can speak to everyone. And then we have a few improvements on Timespace Junction and bugs and fixes that if you want, you can pause and just read them. But I'm not gonna read all of those, otherwise we would be here forever. But yeah, there's been quite a few bug fixes and improvements. But now let's talk about Timespace Junction Floors 3 and 4. For floor 3 of Timespace Junction, apparently, we will have 4 bosses to defeat, which will sum up to 9.2 million HP, and honestly, if they are not all together, I hope this is wrong, because the previous floor had 4 million HP total, and it was like super hard already. So if you have to fight 4 bosses with 9.2 million HP combined, I think a lot of people will complain due to pay to win, especially since the recommended elements will be wind and thunder. And obviously wind will be Clotho, it's basically to chill Clotho, but you can also use Elaine, and on thunder you can use Gil Thunders with Drake and the Daisy team. The rewards that you see here are not the actual rewards. You have a warning here that Netmarble has not yet leaked the rewards, so don't go getting high hopes for hero pickup draw tickets times 30. It's probably not gonna happen, I really doubt it. Regarding floor 4, we will get more news when times get closer to that, but for floor 3 there's a few teams that we can already craft for that. The first team that I will suggest is basically Elaine's team, which has been nuking everything in the game, especially wind type content, so like Galand. This team is basically just 3 people buffing Elaine to the max and Elaine just nuking them with her normal skill. Then obviously you have Clotho's team, which this is not final. Ideally you want to use Tristan if you're using Clotho's staff, which is her DPS mode, and my staff is currently on Elaine, so that's why it's not here. Or you can use this lightning type team that people have been showing back when Daisy released, so there's a few guides on YouTube if you want to learn how to play this team. I think those will be the main 3 teams that people will use to clear this next floor of Timespace Junction. And all in all, I think those are great changes. I think the part that we actually got feedback that the devs are listening is really good for the future of the game, since a lot of people have become skeptical whether the game would last or not. This is a good step towards the right direction. The update in itself is also, like, it's not the best update in the world, but it's also good because it will give us some content to play and to record as well for YouTube, because I feel like a lot of content creators have been struggling with content, me as well. I have not been posting 7 Deadly Sins at all since there was nothing new to do, and I think just repeating content is boring. So I think that this update will bring some good things, a lot of bug fixes as well, which is really important as this game has quite a few of them still. But overall, just a very positive update and a step towards the right direction. Let's hope that it keeps going like this, and hopefully in a few months we will have a fully polished game that actually feels super nice to play and with a lot of content. I think this is also coming from someone who has spent more than 200 hours in this game, so if you watch my 200 hours video, so you don't have to, you will understand that I recommend this game to new players because you will have plenty of content if you're a new player and you don't go rushing through it. So my overall opinion on this game is very positive. I just wish that for endgame players, which is the vast majority of the player base right now, there was a bit more to do, and we are getting that now. So yeah, really positive update. I'm really looking forward to the future of this game now, and let's see what the future has in store for us. So yeah, this was my opinion and takes on the new updates and patch notes of 7 Deadly Sins Origin. I hope this was useful to you guys in case you didn't know some things were coming or not. Then glad I could tell it to you, and I'll see you next time, guys. Thank you very much. Bye bye.